caught up here real quick. This is a parade and press conference that is happening outside of the church. They're running a little bit late, but this is for, they're calling it the Nashville March to Demand Justice for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He is a Tennessee immigrant, and this is from the Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition, so an immigrant advocacy organization. There are several other advocacy groups there. Let's listen in here live right now.
That we have to be here today again, and now in Nashville, we are outraged that this fight continues. 3 months, more than 3 months, Kilmar's family has been fighting. And now we find ourselves in this fight again in Nashville. But we are not just outraged. We are welcomed with love. So many freedom fighters are gathered here today, including Turk, and so many other organizations, so many other justice fighters like yourself. And for that, we congratulate you and we thank you. The fight must go on and the fight must continue for Kilmar today and all of the Kilmars that continue fighting. But let's be clear. We are fighting because they are continue to call this an administrative error. But there's nothing administrative about destroying a family.
That's right. Come on.
And this is not an error. This is an intentional attack to Black and brown communities. Not just in Maryland, but all throughout this country. They are continuing to fight to erase us.
That's right.
And we must continue to stand up and resist. And we must continue to stand in solidarity with each other to say enough is enough. Basta ya. Kilmar is not just a name in a court case. He is a Maryland father who should be preparing to celebrate Father's Day with his children this weekend. But instead, his family stands here in front of you, continuing to fight for his liberty. Enough is enough. Please, with a huge round of applause, help me to welcome his wife, Jennifer, who stands here to continue to fight for Kilmar.
Yesterday marked exactly 3 months since the administration abducted and disappeared my husband and separated him from our family.
El día de ayer marca exactamente 3 meses desde que esta administración raptó a mi esposo y lo separó de nuestra familia.
Kilmar was taken on March 12th, and it was not until yesterday that I was able to visit him for the first time.
A Kilmar lo secuestraron el 12 de marzo y no fue hasta el día de ayer que lo pude visitar por la primera vez.
Even though it was through a video screen, I was finally able to see Kilmar.
Aunque solamente era por video, por fin tuve la habilidad de ver a Kilmar.
I'm grateful for everyone who has been fighting for this milestone and this fight to bring my husband back home with our children.
Estoy muy agradecida por todas las personas que continúan a luchar para lograr este momento, para poder ver a mi esposo y a la misma vez la lucha que tenemos que continuar hasta que regrese a casa.
Kilmar had a message he wanted to be sure that you heard. So,
Kilmar tiene un mensaje que quiere asegurar que ustedes escuchen.
So I'll take this time now to share his message from Kilmar to you.
Voy a tomar este momento para darle ese mensaje directamente desde Kilmar a ustedes.
To all the families still fighting to be reunited,
para todas las familias que todavía están luchando para ser unidas de nuevo
after a family separation,
después de una separación familiar,
or if you too are in the detention,
o si tú mismo estás en detención ahorita mismo.
Kilmar wants you to have faith.
Gilmar quiere que tengas fe.
He said,
Él dice,
these dark times are where we're facing all the tribulations that God has put in our path.
estos tiempos oscuros son algo que Dios ha puesto en nuestros caminos.
But keep praying and keep fighting,
Pero continúa a orar y continúa luchando.
that the light will come soon for all of us.
Que la luz va a venir bien pronto para todos nosotros.
And you too will be able to see your family again.
Y tú también un día vas a tener la habilidad de ver tu familia.
To everyone who continues to support Kilmar in the fight for justice,
Para todas las personas que continúan a luchar por Gilmar y justicia,
Kilmar says,
Gilmar dice,
thank you from the bottom of my heart.
gracias de parte de todo mi corazón.
God has put us in this path together for a reason.
Dios nos ha puesto junto en este momento por una razón.
He knows why he does it and what he does. And there's always a reason we have all come together at this moment.
Él solo sabe por qué lo hace y es una razón que nos ha puesto todos juntos en este momento.
Kilmar continued to say thank you for standing up, not just for him, but for our entire family.
Gilmar dice gracias, no solamente por alzar la voz para nosotros, pero para toda nuestra familia.
He says to continue fighting, and I will be victorious because God is with us.
Él dice, continúan a luchar, vamos a ser victoriosos porque Dios está con nosotros.
Kilmar shares that he feels God's presence with him,
Gilmar nos comparte que siente la presencia con Dios, con él,
as only God knows the darkness he has faced in these past 3 months.
porque solamente Dios sabe los tiempos oscuros que él ha vivido estos últimos 3 meses.
And Kilmar closed by saying, God is also within all of us as you keep fighting for freedom for us, and I will soon see you.
Gilmar también dice que Dios está con todos ustedes mientras continúan a luchar por la libertad de todos. Él dice que los va a ver pronto.
As I close my husband's message to everyone, I also want to do a reminder. Our family should have never been in this situation.
Mientras termino el mensaje de mi esposo, quiero agregar un mensaje de mi parte. Nuestra familia nunca debería estar en esta situación.
We should be with our children.
Deberíamos estar con nuestros hijos.
Me and Kilmar's mind is here in Tennessee, but my heart is in Maryland with my kids.
La mente mía y de Gilmar está ahorita mismo aquí en Tennessee, pero nuestros corazones están en Maryland con nuestros hijos.
Our son, Kilmar Jr., is right now in his Q&A.
Mi hijo, Gilmar Jr., está solo el día de hoy en un momento tan importante, su graduación.
And I'm here fighting for my husband, for his dad to come back home.
Well, it looks like that feed out of Nashville chugging along there. So you obviously heard the emotional testimony and account of Kilmar Abrego Garcia's wife speaking for her husband, who is she is concerned for his detainment and being denied due process rights by the administration. That is what she is saying.